That is the context, what's going on. It's a land grab. The purpose of Kanaiolowalu, like past events, is the same question. It's the same question happened in 1897. It's the same scam that happened in 1898. It's the same scam in 1900. The same scam that went in 1959. It's the same scam. Their attempt to hide the truth, which those lands belong to the Hawaiian kingdom and government. So therefore, Kanaiolowalu for me is just hoping for a longer leash and a cleaner cage. As Papa Mao Fiailo reminded us, he taught us, this is the lesson. The great navigator told us, to navigate you must be brave. Not moving in fear, be brave. And you gotta remember, if I have courage, it's because I have remembered the teachings of my ancestors. So what are those teachings? These are the words and wisdom of our kupuna. It's the people that make the alii. Rule and power to rule come from the people. It has to come from the people. That's why if you look in Hawaii and you look at the word leadership, we don't have a word for leader in Hawaii. The context is based upon the traditional idea that an alii cannot be alii without the people. So I asked Kanaiolowalu, where are the people? Akupuna told us, look to your fellow Kanaka. See them, know them, lest your love be wasted upon the dog. And the lesson being, we, the Kanaka, must be looked at first, talked to first. How come I ask this question? I have never been invited by Kanaiolowalu to sit down and have a discussion. Not once. But I have no fear in inviting them to sit here. See, that's not the problem. Whenever you hide it for a reason. And for me, I'm not here to hide. I'm here to engage. I'm here to tell a story. Because see, as a teacher and educator, I know, as the great radical himself said, then you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. As in a whole letter of Umi that tells us also, just because you don't want the money doesn't mean you're not going to win in the end. Because Hakau had the money, he had the power, he had the connections, but he did not look at the people. But if Umi Alilo was loved by the people, he was a pious person. He never lost faith in his people. Even when he was living in destitution, and he was called names and teased, he never forgot his main purpose. See? So when people talk about entitlements and money and those kinds of things, to me, that only shows weakness and fear. Because the people are suffering. The people must be heard. The people must be included. The people, in fact, must take charge. James Kaulia, as was mentioned earlier, as he says, let us take up the honor of struggle. Bring against bring. I'm not hiding. And I know many of us who are here, we're not hiding. Why? Because we know we have the facts. We have the evidence. And bigger than that, I know we have the aloha. Not just for our lahui, but for this aina we call home. And he says, protest forever. How long is forever? 2 years, 5 years, 110, 20 years. Come on.
Forever.
Protest forever. Until what? The very last aloha aina. And I'm here. I know many of you are here. And as long as we're here, the struggle goes on. As long as we're here, it continues on. George Helms said, call me a radical, for I refuse to remain idle. See, ONIPAA. I will not have the foreigner prostitute the soul of my being. I will not make a whore out of my culture, my soul. So who cares if they call us radical? I'm not afraid. As long as I have truth on the side and aloha for this land with me, I'm going to move forward. We got to have integrity as a people. Integrity. Mana'o i'o. We got to have faith and belief. If you don't have faith and belief in our people, step aside. Let us come true. If you run by fear, side. You gotta have manaolana. You gotta have hope. You gotta be doing this with the idea that we're gonna have a better day for our people. That we'll return to this land as the land will return to us. And we gotta have aloha. We're involved with this because of our deep aloha, which has been passed on to us for generations and generations. That is the fuel that will set us free in this land. And that is the fuel, as I would always argue, will set the whole world free at one point. Yeah, because love is compassion. Love is respect. Love is not following lies and deceit. And my secret weapon, because we have one, is that we know this. We cannot remain where we are today. Assimilation means we will perish as a people. Under this system, assimilated politically is death for our people. Anybody who works in the field of education knows that. Anybody who's dealing with issues of homelessness knows that. Anybody dealing with economics knows that. This system is destroying us. And unless we speak out against it and organize against it, it will destroy us. And to willingly walk into that means the final chapter is right ahead. What is air? What is air? And the kupuna told us, listen, air oka aina. He never said constitution. They never played the air of that king or that queen or that name list. The air oka aina, it's about land. It's not about money. It's not about settling for billions of dollars that's going to get us free. It's about our people being upon this land. Why Kanaiolowalu? By whom? The bigger question is for whom? Let me ask this question. Why does Governor Abercrombie push Kanaiolowalu? You see our friend? He's the guy out there protecting our natural resources. He's out there providing safe education for our children. He's this great supporter of our rights to protect our sacred mountains. See, the proof is in the action, not what they say. You judge a man or you judge a woman by what they do. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. And supposedly Lanai is a private island, as they say. This is what it's connected to. $200 million settlement in Oahu between who? The Office of Hawaiian Affairs, a state agency, and the government for revenue from 1978 all the way to 2013. For how much acres of land? You heard what I'm saying. 1.8 million acres of land. And we got $200 million, not in cash, but just 10 parcels of land. That's it in Kakako. Huh? Is that what the value of the land is? Wow. Expected revenues, $1.1 million from those lands. Woohoo! We know we dealt with this last year. The Public Land Development Corporation, headed by who? Abercrombie. What do they want to, what lands are they talking about here? The 1.8 billion acres. To do what? To lease out and sell and pimp out. Yes. To foreign national corporations to use our lands. For what? For their benefit. And they do what? Throw us some few cents and, some silver coins to our people as if we should be happy for the scraps off the table. Their agenda is to use and exploit their lands for their benefit and for their wealth at our people's expense. Let me ask the question, why should we unite with Abercrombie? What is the purpose of that? Are we that foolish to not see who or what he represents? I don't know, they said, what was it, 105,000 registered with Kanai. I think you need to correct that statement. As far as I understand, there wasn't 105,000 that registered with Kanaiolowalu. I'm going to get into that. Yeah. Now I always tell my friends, you want to go join the T-shirt nation? Go ahead. If that's the strength of your people, to get people to sign the name, you got to give them a free T-shirt. What the heck does the bad say about the organization. It's embarrassing. Listen to the stories about the petitions. When you witness the play, you saw anybody talking about giving away free t-shirts to come and sign up. See, that's a real drive. That's when you know the people are behind you. That's where we gotta head. We must head to the point where the consciousness of people so powerful, so unafraid, so deep in aloha, our commitment is to the betterment of our people. Not some sleek campaign like giving away free t-shirts. In the words of Kanaiolowalu, "Aolea e kawi ka pulima, maluna o ka pepa o ka enemi." We're not going to fix our names to that pepa of the enemy. Ho'ohui aina ku ai heva. Kapona sivila o ke kanaka. Let me remind you, Kanaiolowalu did not come from our people. Kanaiolowalu was not empowered by our people. Kanaiolowalu was empowered by the state of Hawaii. Why would the state of Hawaii support a process to support the people who in direct challenging to the control of our lands? I'll continue on in the next chapter. Thank you.